I'm feeling very piratey today. Not sure why, but I am. I watched the new episode of One Piece earlier, and no spoilers, but it was definitely a tearjerker. It made me cry. I fucking cried, man. Yes, I dropped an F bomb before 30 seconds. I don't care. But seriously, I'm not afraid to admit that One Piece has made me cry once again. One Piece is just so well written, and you should be getting on that One Piece bandwagon. It's crazy. I'm still geeked out about yesterday's Final Fantasy pre release. Roll that intro. Wearing one of my Hawaiian shirts because I feel like it. And it still really suits the glasses. Still on point. Just I got a bit of a double chin at this angle. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about double chin at this angle. I'm making my own fucking double. Bam! Right in your face. You know, I feel like I need to come clean about something. I've been drinking. I drank before I started filming this episode. We could be drinking throughout the entirety of this episode, too. I'm in a great mood today. So, I posted a deck profile the other day for my Marshall D Teach One Piece deck, and it's doing pretty well so far. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a pretty competitive build. Um, I kind of went for what seemed optimal to me. There's a lot of fun shit you could do in One Piece. For instance, a lot of it is just looking at the top amount of cards of your deck, picking one card from it and putting it at the bottom. This deck is so damn consistent. It's got like it's got 12 card it's got 11 cards that do that. It's just insane. Out of 50 cards, 11 of them do that. Just allows you to look at the top card of your deck, or top amounts of your deck, and choose some and be like, yo, that's a very broken mechanic in a card game. When I play card games, I'm going to educate you guys on some of my favorite aspects of card games this episode. Welcome to another card game episode of posting a weird video every day until I become famous. Brought to you by a company that doesn't sponsor me. But Blackfly is actually pretty good. I am sipping on the Miami Vice Strawberry Daiquiri and Pina Colada. It's got no gluten, okay? No gluten, okay? So if you got an allergy to gluten and it's bad, okay? You can drink it and you're safe from gluten, okay? Aspects that make a card deck fun to me. One, consistency. If I'm able to make a deck and I'm able to see the plays I want out of my cards as often as I want to, I like seeing that. I like doing that. For instance, yesterday at Final Fantasy pre release, where we do a draft format and we pick 40 cards, where sad to say, but 17 of them are lands. So you have a very limited card pool to go from. When I build a deck, I think of removal, I think of going for game, and I think of control and play state. As well as what I said before with consistency. Now, control, I like to be able to make sure that my board is safe to go off. So if I have to manipulate a board state with a couple cards that say I can manipulate that board state, I will do it. Now, removal. Removal is a very, very powerful tool in any sort of game. Whether it be an RPG, whether it be a card game, whether it be uh, Uno, even. But um, removal is something that like can contribute to winning more as opposed to getting overrun with stuff. Because I find that if you get overrun with stuff and you allow your opponent to go long or wide, I mean, you're not able to fight back with the full ability. So when I was building that deck at pre-release yesterday, I looked at how much removal spell I had because I knew that everybody was going to be playing red green swarm, and I picked white black removal swarm, and now for play state. Play state is one of the most detrimental aspects to playing any sort of card game. Now, you want to be able to go off without a hitch. You want to be able to do what your deck says it's able to do. And, well, you want to be able to be like, hey, I'm able to get over this and that so that I'm able to do this and that. Now, that sounds a little like. That sounds a little. I don't know. All over the place of an answer. But that's literally the best thing I could tell you. Doing this and that. Now, there's a couple more aspects to card games that really contribute to me enjoying a card game. Flavor. Now, this is not a strategic thing at all. As a matter of fact, I find that flavor just so happens to be a lot of my strategic downfall. Because, say I get into wanting to throw as much as I want into a deck, sometimes I sacrifice strategy just to have my deck look fun to me. And needless to say, Needless to say, I I don't fault myself for doing that. I know I'm stubborn. Mm. Bruh. You know, I could really go for right now. I could really go for, like, some Chef Boyardee mini ravioli. You know, not gonna lie, I watched a documentary on Chef Boyardee and how Chef Boyardee literally revolutionized canned food. It's one of the most impressive rises to glory I have ever seen. Like, just imagine one day you're like, I want a canned spaghetti, and it just turns out to be one of the best selling products of all time. It turns out that you are like the creators of Chef Boyardee funding an entire war effort too because of the cans as well. Seriously, you need to check into the history of ravioli. And wow, how fucking random. I go from talking about Magic the Gathering and card games to talking about the statistics of fucking ravioli being one of the most pertinent and important create canned ravioli being one of the most important things of all time. BRB, I'm gonna go take a shit now. Not gonna lie, I broke a tooth today. Eating a fucking cookie. Eating a cookie. I broke my tooth. One of my favorite things broke my teeth. Tooth, I mean. And, well, it's just very inconvenient. I have to get mouth needles again. I have to book dental surgery. Definitely not looking forward to just sitting there looking up into the TV that's on the ceiling, watching probably Password. I'm not sure why, but each and every time I've gotten my teeth done, the old game show Password's been on. It's a good show. You know, it's funny. I think this is like my second one this video. The problem is, they're like just way too damn smooth. Like, the pina colada strawberry daiquiri mix, I thought would totally be too abrasive at first. But I saw it. I'm like, black flies. I got some good memory on black flies. I used to come home from working on the farm with a 4-pack of black flies, and there was my night. Yeah, back when I worked on a farm. Ever wonder how I got so jacked? I've done a lot of physical labor. I've done a lot of labor in my time. By the time this releases, it will be Monday. The following Monday from last Monday's episode. We're in another week. Holy shit. That week went by like at least I got to do the stuff I really wanted to this week. And the things I am most thankful for from this week are the great times I have had with my random friends who I hadn't seen in a long time, and my time with my friends at Money in the Bank. You see, I really enjoyed the One Piece starter deck tournament. I really liked the Final Fantasy pre-release too. But nothing would make those good if it wasn't for the friends that I enjoy it with. It takes two to tango, and it takes two to enjoy the tango too. So times with friends is one of the most important things you could have in this world. Because sometimes you might be too busy. Sometimes you might not be able to see a friend. Sometimes you might lose a friend. And you'll be there wishing you had more time with that friend. So make time for your friends. I will say one thing, however. One thing I really, really enjoyed card wise this week was. Damn. Look what they did to my boy Marshall D. Teach. Like, this full art fucking card. So good. It won't even fucking focus. Now, I'm talking about my obsession, I want to say, with Marshall D. Teach in One Piece. But he is, in my opinion, the most interesting character in One Piece. And I really look forward to seeing how they develop him in the future, because they already gave him one of the biggest W's of all time. What is this? What are we looking at? What is beside my face? Yeah, we've reached this point in the video. Yeah, this is always like a part of the video where we're like, we're coming towards the end of it. We're coming towards the end of it. Yeah, the part of the video where you comment down below what you think this is.
This video was...
Yes, this video. Where people look at this thing that's beside my face. And, oh no, somebody just cocked a gun at me. Just kidding. They comment the thing at the top of their head, and if I really like what they have to say, I will, pin their comment. What is this? What are we looking at? So today's weird comment isn't the "How are you" on season 27 comment. No, it's the truckload of Big Macs, a pool full of nuggets. You could dive into like Scrooge McDuck, and a large strawberry shake is still on the table, Dev. The the context of what this is there is a bidding war on my feet pictures. And that's one of the offers, is literally a truck full of Big Macs and a pool full of nuggets. Wow. Well, welcome to today's word of the day, where today's word of the day is responsibility. When you are drinking, because I was drinking in this episode, and I am going to explain that it's important to never drink and drive. You have a responsibility when you choose to consume alcohol. When you consume alcohol, you're responsible for your own actions, and I believe that you are to be held accountable. Never get behind the vehicle. Take safe transportation, be it a city bus or a cab, and you'll be home safe. Responsibility is today's word of the day. Probably again. Welcome to today's meme segment, where today's memes are kind of transcendent. Because not only is the chancla something that is very Latin, my dad would throw his sandals at me too. Well, what it actually is, what it looks like in my mom's hands or my dad's hands, I'm just saying my dad's hand, because my dad would like literally chuck his fucking sandals across the room. If you said something he didn't like, he was a very violent person. I'm not sure why. He was just like that towards me. Yeah, those fucking sandals. You watch your mouth, and if you see one of those flying, chances are you might have messed up somehow. And if you don't know how you messed up, well, you better figure out, because yeah, that was pretty fucking dark. When your mom is angry but you're a photographer, imagine catching that photo in 4K. Like, that stream where I have that spider as my friend, that random jumping spider that just became like an awesome buddy of mine. I should have gotten a photo of him. Not the infinity chancla. Just, oh my god, the kid's just like, no. He gets into another timeout, and he definitely learns respect in a whole new dimension. The respect is inevitable. The respect is inevitable. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I mean earlier. When I was around my dad and I didn't even know I'd do something wrong, or I'd slip up and swear, even though his mouth was worse than mine. Wow, this is I drinking. Drinking really pulls out stuff sometimes. This is wild. Chanclas, 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 chancla, chanclas. Well, yeah, that's the chancla memes. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to drink your water, and drink responsibly.